Someone kan sy naam hoef nie te vrees, hoef niks te twyfel aan sy woord beloof hy my.
Kaima means stand up. This harshly beautiful semi-desert area in the far corner of South Africa's Northern Cape province is still lovingly called Bushmanland by its oldest inhabitants, and is in an area full of surprises. At first glance, it would seem that nothing can thrive here, yet life is abundant against all odds. Tourists driving through or setting out on a popular Namakwa 4x4 route along this large stretch of the Orange River marvel at the stark beauty of the landscape, but discover so much more if they take time to linger longer. Those who sit down for an unhurried conversation and a roosterkoek off the coals are rewarded with a taste of tradition and have the opportunity to get to know the heart of the people who call this home.
So almal ken vir almal en almal kyk na almal.
There is a deep sense of faith in God, and people lamented when for months they could not go to their beloved church during the lockdown in 2020. Local families have thrived and survived through changing times for more than a century since the founding of the Bella Mission Station in the late 1800s at the Gamusfontaine oasis. The nostalgia of the old name lives on through the breathtaking Gamusfontaine campsites on the riverbank, now easily discoverable via Google Maps, but fortunately still quite a trek by 4x4 to get to in real life. This bone-dry land is packed with potential of its people, its climate, its soils, and the minerals found here. It would be hard to find a place where the national slogan rings truer: just add water. Sitting on his cool, wide stoop, Oom Adam Boson remembers how before mining started around here, more than 50 years ago, every home had its own water well. People were self-reliant and ate abundantly from their own food gardens and livestock. But when the men started to bring home cash earned at the diggings, most families stopped planting and soon abandoned traditions that had supported their livelihoods for generations. And with more fathers away, social ills became harder to control. In 2011, when Vedanta Zinc International took over the Black Mountain mining operations at Aggeneys, Chairman Anil Agarwal insisted on ensuring that a positive legacy would be left in the communities when mining would reach the end of its life after 3 decades. In 2016, the mine commissioned a socio-economic development framework built on a thorough understanding of the interests and aspirations of the people and the lessons learned from past development failures and successes. Vedanta realized something new had to be done, something new that would rekindle the triumphs of the distant past, something that would recognize, respect, and encourage the resurgence of traditions of self-reliant livelihoods of the fiercely independent people of Kaima. Something that would encourage every citizen to believe that I, too, can stand up. And so the Kaima BroadBased Livelihoods program was born.
We were battling with the issues of trust, but as time goes on, the people receive the project very well, and what we promised them, we delivered to them. So now we've seen a massive change within this community. There's unity happening within that community, and people are well engaging with each other. Even old and young people have rise up to the occasion, and everything is going well.
Baie dankie vir hierdie goeie projek wat u in ons toevertrou het. Want was dit nie vir u, dan weet ek nie, sou ons maar nog steeds gesukkel het om uit die winkels uit te eet met geld wat ons het.
The first 2 years of Vedanta's BBL program resulted in a massive rediscovery of food gardening across all 4 Kaima towns of Witbank, Bella, Pofadder, and Onseepkans.
Ek het hulle gevra, hoe kan so ou man nog graaf en pick-up? Maar ek het 'n grap met hulle gemaak. Ek het sommer onmiddellik met die werk begin. Ek het 60 tunnels toegegaan, 80 tunnels, 100 tunnels, 120 tunnels het ek die mense gemobiliseer.
More than 200 families have already qualified and built their own food tunnels at home, locally called my koskas.
Ek sê altyd hierdie tunnels is amper soos jou koskas. Wat jy nie het in jou huisie kan jy aan jou tunnel gaan haal. Dit is jou broodmandjie. Dit is jou koskas.
More families are constantly joining and learning to prepare their gardens with a permaculture method of deep trenching so that they too can qualify for a koskas.
Most of the people in that side, they were shocked that how can we start planting vegetable, because that side is normally seems like a desert. But when we introduced our trench bed, how to prepare your soil, most of the people started to join in.
Since 2019, the My Food component of the BBL has seen local households innovating and enjoying phenomenal success, overcoming natural obstacles such as drought conditions, extreme temperatures during winter and summer, and virtually no rainfall.
So die oplossing gebring vir ons. Dat ons die kan selfversorging kan doen.
Vedanta's BBL team was able to continue encouraging and supporting households to continue with production during 2020 COVID-19 pandemic by introducing safety protocols along with innovative ways to continue with remote monitoring, training and mentoring. It was also a time that really focused people's attention on their prospects for the future.
Gemaakt om ons oë op te maak, om te sien die toekoms.
En ek glo deur hierdie werksessie sal ons gemeenskap lig en kan ons ook aan 'n jeug laat opstaan.
The first round of the My Future component of the BBL has been completed in all 4 towns and has empowered residents to plan for the future and take hold of a personal vision for success.
Look, when we first started at the Kama area, there was a whole lot of negativity. We had community members who engaged in alcohol abuse and substance abuse as well. They didn't care about their future or what tomorrow holds for them. But 3 weeks down the line at on Siepkans, we started seeing the My Future program helping our participants out. We started seeing them looking for jobs now, knowing that their future is in their own hands. It started out as a vision with them, but now they're actually putting it in practice and they're doing it physically now.
More people are adding poultry to their livelihood strategies, and better quality cocks are in demand to improve household flocks. Others inquire about ways to improve their pig production with better feeds and animal husbandry practices. Some are seeking better markets for their beautiful local handmade dolls and crafts, and yet others wonder how they can earn money from harnessing the abundant sunshine on their very own rooftops. Livestock farming has always been an integral part of people's livelihoods in Kaima, and strategies to combat the seemingly endless drought are occupying people's minds constantly. Vedanta reached out a helping hand in 2020 with drought relief for livestock farmers, which brought some temporary relief, but still the drought marches on.
Dit maak so 'n groot verskil, hoor ek die boere sê, want dit help hulle om hulle diere nou te red, sodat hulle dit kan voorberei en kan mark toe vat.
Through the My Livestock component of the BBL, farmers can explore new regenerative farming approaches to grow a strong livestock economy amid the realities of this harsh environment and develop bankable investment portfolios to turn the vast potential into real economic growth. In fact, every person who turns their dream of a prospering livelihood into reality becomes a cornerstone of the 30-year vision of a strong second economy that would avoid that awful ghost town syndrome once salaries and contracts from mining comes to an end. But none of this is possible without water for production. Back in 2005, the Minister of Water Affairs realized the simple fact that RDP provision of 25 litres per person per day would save people from thirst, but it would not enable people economically to have profitable livelihood activities to earn income and thereby afford the continued maintenance and operation of water supply systems. A national policy was approved, Water for Productive Uses, by the Poor. Realizing the importance of water for production in this dry area, Gamsberg and the Black Mountain Mines had the foresight to make provision in its new social and labor plan for exactly this: water for productive uses by the people of Kaima. Imagine the possibilities for families to multiply their livelihoods activities if they could just add water for farming, for business, for tourism, education, services, or any other livelihoods activity someone may have a passion for.
The BBL program has made a meaningful socio-economic impact upon participating families thus far, and we are looking forward to onboard more households to ensure sustainable food security and financial independence.
Ek is nou so 4-5 trenches strawberries wat ek nou vir verskillende winkels hier, die omliggende winkeltjies voorsien van, en so ek groei as 'n besigheidsvrou, en dit is hoe die program vir my my lewe radikaal verander het.
Dit is iets goed. Dit hou ons besig. Dit voorsien kos op ons tafel.
Ons het nog net groot oeste uit hierdie tuin uit gekry. Ek is so dankbaar, en ek sê vir die Here ook baie dankie vir hierdie deur wat hy vir ons oopgemaak het, sodat ons weer kan uit ons eie hande kan eet.
The BBL has been made possible through Vedanta's corporate social and labor plan investment into the development of the host communities of the new Gamsberg mine of the Black Mountain Complex. Vedanta's vision is for a future where every citizen can actively build their own livelihood strategies in anything from agriculture to 4IR, and while doing so, build their own strong second economy in the next 30 years and beyond.
En hierdie tondel doen vir my baie wonders in hierdie huis. Regtig, dat ek elke dag iets het op hierdie tafel om vir hierdie kinders iets voor te sit. So ek wil net my dankbaarheid uitspreek.
Thank you, Vedanta Black Mountain Mine, for answering our call and showing us the way to a better future, one which lay forgotten until now. Jesus says to you, I am the way and the truth and the life. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing.
Onmoontlik sy naam, hoef nie te vrees, hoef niks te twyfel. Aan sy woord beloof hy my, kom na my met al jou pyn. Roep sy naam in jou omstandigheid, roep sy naam in jou verdrukking, roep sy naam, roep sy naam, roep sy naam, roep net sy naam, sy naam, sy naam, sy naam, sy naam, sy naam, as was balsam vir my.